So as you're out there on your journey to create income online, are you ultimately going to have the support that you need, or is it going to be you're thrown in up front and there's some things in the back end that are going to be missing for you? And this is something very specific. It really only applies to someone who's really looking to, you're a driven person. You know you're ambitious. You've tended to have success more quickly than others throughout your life. And you know that's just like how you're wired inside, and it's how you've always been. This is going to apply to you much more than someone who's like casually looking to make a few bucks online. This is literally for someone looking to go out. You're going to create multiple six plus figures in your first 12 months. And there's paradigms and there's circles around the interwebs that talk about how it's just not possible. And the reality is, I've been doing this 12 years. That's just flat out not truth. It's an untruth flat out. It's completely possible, especially for a driven person. And so what this is really about, this is beyond when you've made the choices of it's some product or service you're going to promote that you're in alignment with. This is beyond, you're not joining some brand new thing that just came out that they don't have a history of success stories and things. You don't want to play with any of those things. You want to make sure like the foundational pieces are all in place. What this is about, what I'm sharing with you, is something I wish I knew this back when I started 12 years ago. There were several years it took me before I was able to give this advice. I'm straight giving you the stuff I share with some of my closest clients, my high-end clients, my family and friends, the few that are actually driven enough to want to go create money online, live the life they deserve, not have to slave away at corporate America. Thank God I'm out of that rat race since 2008. And if that's what you're looking to do, the exact advice, here's what it's all about, is that you have to make sure, when I say support system, I don't mean the systems, I don't mean all of the community, the foundational things that really need to be a part of any business that's going to survive today. This is 2018. It's August, September. I don't know what. It's August. My Garmin's telling me it's August here. And so any business nowadays moving forward, there are foundational things that it was fine many years ago. There weren't communities. There wasn't a lot of support in some of the average programs, even if people were having success. That's now like the foundational standard, like a building block of, you have to have a solid foundation to build anything. So that's part of it now. What I'm talking about is having a strong support mentor coach that you join. And this isn't necessarily in some of the one-tier affiliate programs. It's very specifically and especially around two-tier programs, network marketing programs, where somebody else has skin in the game to help you have the success you deserve. And in fact, a word for it, if you've been around the network marketing industry, one of the words for it is called sponsor shopping. And this is something that I didn't find out about till years into my career. And I didn't, thankfully, early on. Here, I'll share a story with you from early on. So early in my career, I was in this particular program. This was actually in 2007. I was in a particular program. I was struggling, and I was reaching out to people that were supposed to be there to help me, and they literally weren't helping me back. They could tell I was ambitious. I was reaching out to them. I was being proactive. I was taking action. I was just taking a lot of the wrong actions. I didn't have any guidance. And then somehow I don't remember how I got connected with this guy, because it definitely wasn't through a video, because people weren't even doing videos back. I wasn't even doing video back then. I didn't start till 2008. And I remember I stumbled upon this guy. He was super quiet, but he was amazing. His heart was there in the right place. He was totally there to serve people. And I started connecting with him. I was like, dude, this guy has more like he's giving me more advice than these people that I joined that are supposed to be helping me directly. So what happened was I ended up like joining this guy in his program, and it basically, that's what led me to my first full-time income in 2008. And it took me 7 to 8, 9 months. And that's why I was sharing, like, it doesn't take, dude, back then I got full-time in 9 months, way back then. And guys, we don't have the systems, the tools, all the wisdom, all the stuff. Just the stuff in this video alone is enough for you to have a breakthrough to get where you're really supposed to get to. And so what you want to look for is someone who literally, they're getting results right now. They've been around, you're not like the first 1, 5, 10 people that have joined them. I've literally shared what I'm sharing with you right now. I've taught this to thousands of people over the years. Now, I can't say all of them have followed it, but I can share with you countless dozens of emails and videos and phone calls and things that I have from people who've been like, Jason, thank you for sharing this, because here's what I did, and I went out and I found this person, and sometimes that person was me, and they applied this wisdom, and they ended up finally having the breakthrough that they had been looking for, because they did have the work ethic. They were ready. They weren't sitting there like, oh, dude, this tool costs $20 a month. I'm not going to spend that. Like, none of that. Like, if that's where your mindset's at, you're totally in the wrong video. I'm talking to someone like, guys, and here's where I share that. I started a smoothie franchise I owned and operated in 2003, and my parents and I put $135,000 into that over the next 5 years, lost all of it. So this is way beyond, like, I'm not telling you to go spend 6 figures. You don't need to spend 6 figures. You definitely have to get beyond the tire kicker dozens. Even like $100 investment is nothing. And if $100 means a lot to you in your life right now, you're literally like, you're in the wrong. You need to go look for some of the tire kicker offers. It is possible for you to create income. Not on this video. In fact, you need to go when you're looking for the right person to join, and you're interviewing people and you're checking out who's going to be the right type of person, the right type of coach, mentor that's going to lead you where you need to go, is that make sure that they're selling like $10 programs, $20 programs, if that's where you're at financially and mentally, and if that's going to be the right fit for you. So my best advice for you is to make sure when you're out there on your adventures to create the income that you deserve, make sure you're connecting with someone who knows what they're doing. They have the history. Talk to them, send them messages, get to know them. Get a feel for, like, by the way, you can join someone, guys, like, there are people like me that have also made 7 figures, but unlike me, they may not answer anything. They may not support. And that's where you have to really do your research and understand who you're joining and the link you're clicking to join. The product or service that you finally found that you love is just as important as the product or service and the community and the system and everything that's set up behind the scenes. And in fact, more often than not, I've seen the person that is responsible for their client that just joins them make all the difference in the world. And whether you call that a sponsor, whether you call it an affiliate or an upline, or there's so many versions for it depending on what kind of model that you're joining, it can make literally all the difference in the world. And I also can tell you about hundreds and hundreds of emails and messages and communications I received from someone who said, dude, you've helped me so much. I wish I would have joined you, because I'm off helping all my team and all my clients, and while I'm helping others, they know I can't give them the support they're really looking for. And that breaks my heart, because now I want to, my heart's there, but I'm not going to leave my own clients like for them. So you have to understand, if you're joining someone who has the experience, they are in that situation. That's why explaining it through my shoes, so you can understand when you find that perfect person, that you need to also realize, are they supporting, like, do they support their team? But also, do they have the capacity in that moment to give to you for the level of coaching? And dude, are you even a go-getter? Like, do you deserve their attention? Like, you got to make sure they're willing to give it. You also got to make sure are you the person that's going to go command like somebody's attention, and are they willing to give it? So the willingness has to be on both sides, on your side and on their side. So good luck on your journey. I wish, in fact, you don't need luck as much anymore after seeing this. I wish you good skill. Go apply what I just shared. Interview people, get to know them. Make sure you don't just join the first video you see. Make sure you're watching their videos, you're understanding who they are. Get to know them. Follow your intuition. And you're going to have a lot more success than you would just randomly joining stuff out there. So, wish y'all the best. Take care. Look forward to seeing you somewhere on the interwebs very, very soon, my friend.